Trig provides a service, but that service is really aimed at helping people and getting them to a better place.
And really the purpose that we serve is to really try and help people get more out of their health care and to navigate the healthcare system more effectively.
It's a brand new concept for a lot of people, Trig is.
I can literally say to a corporation, we will help save your people's lives. And that's different.
There's nobody that I know of that's done quite what Trig is doing from a comprehensive perspective.
Because a lot of people are trying to change the healthcare system. There's a lot of stakeholders in that right now. And we're the only ones that we know of right now that are really looking at the consumer and looking at the individual and saying, what can we do to help you? Because that's really the only way that we see that real change is going to take place.
And right now, who's in their corner? Is the insurance company in their corner? Is the government in their corner? Is the carrier, the employer? Who? They need to figure it out for themselves, and somebody has to work with them in order to do that.
Trig started in August of 2011, really started out of a vision that Bob had. Bob's our CEO.
One day he came in with a conversation about this new company, Trig, and he just seemed so passionate and so excited about it. I wanted to learn more about it, and the more I understood about it, the better I liked it.
And I knew that the vision was there for really starting a movement to change the healthcare system as we know it, and to really start with the people that are most affected by the healthcare system and that use it the most. Not the people who necessarily get monetary gain from it. It's the people who are putting money into the healthcare system.
So I said, okay, my mom, we think might have cancer. I know we're supposed to question the system, but what do we do and how do we do it? I went out and said, okay, this is what I got to do then. I got to work with my family, and we have to figure out this process ourselves. So the only thing I knew was question everything. And I'll tell you this much, I learned a lot, and because of that Trig was developed around that process. And basically, I actually said to my mom before she died, I think one of the reasons I was able to do this was so I can learn the process and create a process and help others.
Everyone has a special circumstance, so it's nice when they can come to me, approach me and say, here's my circumstance, how can you help me? And maybe their circumstance is the same as 10 other people in the room, but to them, it's their life.
So what I did with Trig was we created it so that we could train the person when they're navigating through healthcare how to fend for themselves and go out there and question the whole system. If we can train the person not to maybe have that claim in the first place by diagnosing whether or not they really have that illness, they wouldn't have the claim, they wouldn't have the cost, and then they wouldn't have the agony.
Well, healthcare in itself is overwhelming. So, and to be able to teach a group is one thing, but everyone who's sitting in that group has a different story. So when we can make it personal, when we can make whatever we're teaching or however we're reaching out to people really very personal, that's what matters.
From what I've seen, I haven't found any organization that does it as comprehensively as Trig does with the personal touch. I think it's starting to work with the employees. They're asking questions.
With my mom's journey, I was able to actually put into play what we had to build. And we built it during that time and since that time. You have to protect yourself, and nobody cares about you as much as you do. Nobody. So therefore, shouldn't you take a little bit more interest in you? And then let's give you the tools to do that.